Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to our should be our last part of our tour around the parks. We are in Magic Kingdom. We have gone through Main Street USA and Tomorrowland, and then Fantasyland and Liberty Square. So we just have the two left. We have Frontierland and then Adventureland. So we start in Frontierland because we're going around this way.
And even regardless, like when we go through there, we go that way. We come up.
Yeah, we come back after Liberty Square. We come back around, and then we walk through Adventureland and up to, because you have to go through Adventureland to get to Frontierland.
Yeah, the one half
usually,
of it.
We usually walk straight through and then up to Frontierland first, and then come back. Yeah, that's true. So Frontierland. So Splash Mountain is the first one. So Splash Mountain's really fun. I enjoy Splash Mountain.
I like Splash Mountain.
Although I really need to find the picture from my trip in 2003 of Splash Mountain.
Where you were hiding and crying.
Where I was, no, I wasn't crying.
Yet.
Not in the, yet. I wasn't crying yet. Because in the picture, as it takes your picture as you're going down the hill, and it always has, even 17 years ago. And the pictures, so my mom and my sister were in the front. And then my dad and I were behind them. Because this log holds 8 people as opposed to like the 3 or 4 that the one in Disneyland holds. Mm-hmm. And I definitely had my eyes closed and was leaning into my dad, and I had a death grip on the bar in the front. So, yeah, I was terrified of that. My mom made me go on that ride. I did not want to do it.
And
but
now?
Then our first trip, when Aiden was 3 weeks old, I decided I wanted to try it because there was a fast pass available for it, and I was like, you know what? I need to just do it because I had already ridden a couple of roller coasters and stuff, and I was like, okay. I can do it. I just have to do it. And so I made the fast pass, and I was like, hey, if I end up not doing it, oh well, we already have fast passes for other things. And I ended up actually doing it. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that, and I did it. And I loved it. It was so much fun. I also got put in the front of the log. Actually, every time that I've ridden it since then, I've always been in the front of the log. Every time. Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
Because like with Jess and Caleb, I was in the front of the log because they got put in the front of the log, but they don't like being in the front of the log because you generally get more wet in the front of the log than you do in the next one back, and so they wanted to be back further, and I was like, all right, whatever. And then we immediately went and rode Big Thunder Mountain to dry off.
And then Caleb and I rode Splash Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, you like Splash Mountain too.
I do. I think that it needs some major updating, refurb.
Well, I'm pretty sure one of the animatronics of Brer Bear is missing his tail.
Yeah,
which kind of makes me giggle.
And then there's so many animatronics through there that are broken in some fashion or another.
There's also just a huge number of animatronics in there in general.
There is.
And so it's hard. It would be hard to do upkeep on because of how much there is. So,
I mean,
but it does need fixing.
I would be excited if they took this moment of closure to go in and scrub all the scum off the sides of the animatronics.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that is true. They're really messy.
I would, pay twice as much for my annual pass if they would go in and scrub the scum off the side of the animatronics.
In all the rides, not even just this one.
Not just Splash Mountain, but like
all of those. Yeah, that's true. They do need some cleaning pretty bad.
I also think that Splash Mountain needs to be rethemed. Hardcore.
I think so. I think it's kind of like a lot of people like us. We understand what it is. We understand what the story behind it is. But the kids now that are riding it don't understand the story. And while it's still fun for them, because it's like, oh, it's little animals, yay, they don't really understand what's going on. And so I think it would be a good time to just completely retheme it and go with something different.
But there's a lot of hardcore Disney fans who are like, don't touch my Splash Mountain.
Mm-hmm. Those are also the same ones that are like, oh, just get rid of the Figment ride.
Touch my Figment.
Yep, there it is. Then after Splash Mountain is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. That's another one of my favorites. It's just an enjoyable little roller coaster.
Yeah.
There's nothing much to it. It's very tame. And when I rode it 17 years ago, I started crying about halfway down because we had a fast pass, the paper fast pass for Splash Mountain that had a return time of like an hour and a half from then. And so we went and got in line for Big Thunder because the line was about an hour long. And so we waited in line for an hour, got through the whole thing. About halfway through, I started crying. Didn't stop crying. until we got there, and then we got on the ride, and I was still crying, cried the whole time we were on the ride. But then when we got done and we like came home, that was actually one of the ones that I remembered as being fun. Like, it was just that like my mind was so set on that it was going to be scary. But yeah, I enjoy riding Big Thunder. It's just a nice gentle. I mean, well, gentle-ish. It's just a nice tame is a better word. It's a nice tame roller coaster.
I think I will like it more when we're able to ride it as a family, because I like it well enough. But
being able to have Aiden on there with us would be a lot of fun.
I think that's part of my issue with doing the roller coasters at Disney, is just that I have to do them by myself and you have to do them by yourself.
Because Aiden's not big enough.
Right.
Next up on Frontierland is Tom Sawyer Island. We do want to do Tom Sawyer Island, but it's been closed every time we go.
I was going to say,
pretty much.
It's pretty much always closed when we've been.
Yeah.
So.
Like, we've seen videos of people, like, even like the day after we leave.
Yeah.
That are getting on it, and it's like...
Yeah, I think we've tried, well, I've tried almost every time to go, but it's almost always closed.
Yeah, because usually that's what you're doing when I'm riding Splash Mountain or something.
Yeah, as I wanted to go
is
over.
you go and check Tom Sawyer Island to see if it's open.
Yeah.
And then it never has been, and then you come back over.
So I really do want to do Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah. It would be fun. Like I said, we've seen videos of it, and it's just a really cute little island thing. There's some fun stuff to explore, and there's a restaurant out there, like a quick service restaurant. And so, after that is Country Bear Jamboree. I enjoyed Country Bear Jamboree. It was adorable. Needs updating something fierce, or at least you need to, grease the animatronics every once in a while. It was very clickety clackety. Woof.
But that's the age of the animatronics too. It's just because of how old they are. That's how they function. Like the newer animatronics don't make that clacking noise, and it's not that they've aged badly. It's that's what they were like to begin with.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it definitely needs updating. But I think they should keep it though. I don't think there's any reason to get rid of it at all.
Do like new animatronics.
Yeah, just put new animatronics in there. Like if they really felt like it, maybe re-record the soundtrack for it. But I don't think that was even the problem. I mean, it could use some re-recording but it's done in like that old timey sound. Like that was how they did it.
Which I like that fine. I think it's just the animatronics are outdated.
Yeah, probably.
And it loses the magic.
Yeah. No, it was adorable. I absolutely loved it.
It is cute. I like the music, and so.
Yeah, me too. After the Jamboree is the restaurants, which is the Golden Oak Outpost. We have not eaten at that one.
I'm pretty sure that might be the one that's on Tom's. No, it's not.
No.
What is the one that's on Tom? I think that's just like a snack place though. The one that's on Tom Sawyer Island. It's like.
Is it?
Yeah.
It might be.
There's
it doesn't
nothing
show.
marked,
no, yeah, it doesn't show it on the map. Yeah, I can't remember what that one is. Yeah, it's a Golden Oak. But yeah, we haven't eaten at Golden Oak. That's over. Where even is that? Oh, that's right over on the edge over there. It's 30. It's there.
Oh, is it 30? Oh, it is totally 30.
So I don't know what that one is. And then after that is Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe,
which we eat at every time.
Yes, they have really good food. Some really good like Mexican food and
it's
some
like Americanized.
Yeah, it's American. It's Tex-Mex is what it is. It's Americanized Mexican food. It's really good though. Yeah. And then Westward Ho, which is a snack thing. I don't think we've got... Oh, yeah, we have. That's that little stand. That's where you got the muffin.
That's where we got them.
That's where we got our muffins for breakfast when we were riding Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
Ellie.
She tangled up in it.
There. Yes. Go. Vamushka. Get. Well, okay. Yeah, Westward Ho is that little, like, kind of wagony looking... Oh, did it look like a wagon?
Yes.
That little stand?
It looks like a wagon.
Yeah, that's definitely where we got muffins that morning that we rode Splash Mountain. Or that I rode Splash Mountain.
Of all the things you could get in Disney World, and all the things you could eat in Disney World.
Could have had a Mickey waffle somewhere. But no, we ate a muffin.
Frontier Trading
Post. And then Frontier Trading Post, which is our... That's where we get... That's the pin one.
Yeah, that's a pin.
It's totally just a pin shop.
And we go in there to look at pins, and we go in there for the pin board, because the pin board usually has something.
It usually has some pretty good ones. There's also, if you play Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, there's generally a trading book in there. Sometimes it's in there, sometimes it's in the Firehouse. It like moves between the two, because I think they only have the one book. But it moves between the two of them as far as I understand it. But they also have some of the stuff for Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. Like,
'cause
they
there's
have
a-
the little binders that have the kind of sleeves.
And there's a portal just out and around the corner from,
Yes.
like, if you come out the rightmost door to the trading post,
As you're looking at the building, yeah, the rightmost
Right,
door.
yeah.
It's right around the corner.
right around the corner, and there's a cast member door right there. So, but it's like
It
right.
feels a little weird walking back there. 'Cause it's,
Yeah.
like, tucked back in the corner.
It's because it's tucked away, but there's a cast member door, the portal, and then there's the entrance to the trading post.
Yep.
And so like that's one that we've done before, and
Yep.
I've seen in videos maybe, or maybe it was happening when we were there, that the country bears, because they wander
was
around
Tim.
right there. Was it Tim where
Yep.
the country bears were helping them?
Yep. Yeah, the country bear, because the country bears just wander around in that area. There's no meet and greet for them. They just wander around and talk to you. And so we were watching a video from the Tim tracker. And one of the things that happened is that Tim and Jen were going around. They were just playing Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. That was what they were doing for that video. And they happened to pass by Liverlips, is who it was. And they were talking to him for a little bit, and they were telling Liverlips, we're like, oh yeah, we're just doing this card game. And Liverlips was like, oh okay. And so he like walked over, and Liverlips took the cards from him and was doing it for him. Like, it was pretty cute. It's like there's some fun character interactions just because they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, the country bears are a little creepy, but but it is kind of fun that they get to wander around and
Yes.
pick on people and
Right.
pretty much do what they feel like doing that day.
So that's it for Frontierland. So now we move on to Adventureland. Adventureland starts with the Swiss Family Treehouse, which we have not done.
That's a lot of stairs.
It's just you're exploring the Swiss Family Treehouse. Explore the treehouse inspired by the classic Disney film.
This is another one that I wish they would update like they did in
Yeah.
Disneyland, because
Yeah, 'cause
Disneyland it's
it's now
Tarzan's.
Tarzan, yeah.
I really wish they would update this one, because it's another one that's kind of lost on
On this
current
generation, yeah. Because none of them see. I haven't even seen the Swiss Family Robinson, actually. I just know what it is.
I mean, I think that it's one that I've maybe seen before, but not.
I know my parents have it.
I know I
just never
haven't.
watched it. And then after that is the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. So Dumbo again.
Dumbo, but with carpets.
Yes.
Although there is
Would we probably ride Dumbo, Aladdin, or the Astro Orbiters with Aiden?
I'm gonna vote nay on Astro Orbiters.
Okay.
But I would probably do Magic Carpet and Dumbo. I would do.
Just because it's something that he can ride.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Magic Carpet also has the spinning camel.
It does have the spinning camel.
I mean, there's no spinning camel. Just stand where the camels are.
Just stand by
It's
the
fine.
camel. Yeah, it's fine. After that is the Jungle Cruise. We enjoyed doing the Jungle Cruise.
We did almost.
It's a lot of
every
fun.
time. And it's a little corny, and like if you have children, if you have teenagers that are angsty
Yes.
and don't like to joke around, they may not find any comic relief in it, but I think it's kind of funny, and it's a good break.
It's always funny for the adults
Yeah.
because we understand the humor. It's all puns and
it's really dry.
What could be called dad jokes, and yeah, it's really dry, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's super fun. Like, look up some other videos of actual ride-throughs. There's some really good ones. There's some really good skippers. It also depends on the skipper that you get.
It does. We've had a couple of
We did have it because
lackluster ones.
we have ridden it every time. One of the trips we rode it twice.
Yes, I think the first
I
trip.
think the first trip we rode it twice. And yeah, we did have one. I think it was that first trip. The second skipper that we had was meh. But all the other ones have been great.
Yeah. It's just a good ride to get out of the heat too, just to sit down.
Yeah, because the boats have
Canopies.
the canopies over them, so you're in the shade, even if you're not like in air conditioning.
Yeah, I think it's
So.
just a good break from the parks.
Yep. After that is Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, which was also really adorable.
Which we did for the first time our last trip.
Yep. Same with Country Bear Jamboree. Yeah, we hadn't done them. That was one of the things that she really wanted to do this last trip, was she wanted to do the Tiki Room.
Well, because I really
And so we
liked the
did.
song, and
Yeah.
so I wanted to
Tiki 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 Room.
in the tiki 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 room, and so I really wanted to actually go into the tiki
Yeah.
room so that I can understand the whole song and
Yeah.
correlate them, and that was good. Aiden actually was pretty good for that one.
Yeah,
It
I think he was awake for the most part for that.
It was
Yeah.
at the very end he started getting a little worked up about it, but he actually sat pretty well for that one.
Yeah, he did.
And I don't know if it's because of all the animals or
I don't know. There was also a lot, like, there was a lot more going on with the Tiki Room than there was Country Bear Jamboree.
True.
Because there's stuff happening all around the room.
Yeah.
There's like stuff going on behind you, in front of you, and I think that was a big part of it.
Okay.
There's stuff that comes out of the ceiling and then goes back up, and then it switches. Like there's all sorts of things going on.
So much to look at.
Yeah, he was just kind of like.
So yeah,
that was cute.
We could try that again this next trip.
See how he does.
See how he does, but that one's hard because it's another one of those ones where you're kind of trapped into this room, and so you have to wait this out with your kid who might not want to sit there and deal with it.
Right. After that is Pirates of the Caribbean, which we also really like going on. That's another one of our favorite rides.
I mean, I think we've been on Pirates the most of all the rides there.
Pirates and Haunted Mansion.
And Haunted Mansion, you're right.
Yes. Yep.
I feel like Pirates is right up there. Like, we've been on it.
We've probably ridden Haunted Mansion like 1 or 2 more times than Pirates.
It's pretty darn close.
We usually ride it like 2 times per trip at least.
At least.
Yeah. It's really fun.
One of the ones that we hit up pretty much every time we're in Magic Kingdom, just because.
Pretty much, especially depending on how long the wait is.
Yeah, you can almost always get a fast pass for it, and if you can't get a fast pass, the wait's probably not worth fast pass. I think the most we've ever waited standby for it was 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 25 or 30, and that was the only reason we did that was because it wasn't the rain, because the rain was the fast pass one. It was just to get out of the heat actually, because we'd been walking around so much and it was really hot, and so we went in there to get out of the heat.
And the queue for Pirates is amazing because it's all covered and it's cold because it's supposed to be like a dank cave system.
Yep.
It is beautiful to be in.
Yes, it is.
If you're hot and sweaty and you want out of the sun, it's a great place to be.
Yep.
And the Halloween overlay for it.
Those were fun.
Is amazing because they put live actors in it. So it's great.
Yep. They had a live actor in the queue, and then they had one.
No, they had a couple. 3?
3, 4 in the ride. 4. Yeah. Because they had the one dude. So there was the one in the queue. And then there was the dude that was in the fort when you go around in Barbossa shooting at the one fort.
Oh, you're right, because he wanted to leave.
Yep, he kept telling us to stop the boat. He was like, "Hey, you gotta stop. Can I come on your boat?" And we were all like, "Yeah, you can come on." He's like, "Well, you have to stop the boat." And he's like, "Who's the captain?" And everybody raised their hand.
That was perfect. That was one of those moments I wish we had on video because, joke.
I kind of do. You can't see everybody's hand, but I do have it.
True, but no joke. Every single person in that boat raised their hand. And unplanned, just happened that way.
Yep. And he was like, "Oh, you don't even know who's the captain." Just like, all right, well, whatever. Stop the boat. And I yelled back up to him. I was like, I would, but I don't know how. I'm not controlling it. Yeah, it was funny. Because then there was him. Then there was the 2 people that were telling you there was burning town. They were just telling you, they're like, hey, you don't want to keep going. There's nothing but a burning town up there. And then there was one more guy after that.
Was there? I don't remember. Maybe I don't remember the last guy.
Yep. I'll have to watch the video again because I'm pretty sure there was one more. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Although Aiden was about asleep one of the times we went on it. I think our second trip maybe. And one of the cannons went off, and they splashed next to you.
That was our second trip.
And it splashed him in the face, and he was not happy about it.
Cried.
He started screaming.
So now, whenever we ride that ride, especially if he's almost asleep, we always are like...
Yeah, we just cover him up. We're just like, nope, not happening. So yeah, after that is a Pirate's Adventure, Treasures of the Seven Seas. That was actually really fun.
Which we've done, yes.
It's kind of a Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom type adventure thing. There's no card thing like Sorcerers.
No, it's just a map, and it relies on your magic band. So you just
you go and tap your magic band on different points, and you're trying to find a treasure.
Yes.
Of some sort, and then after each step, they give you this little card that shows that you completed that treasure map. Then you get the next map. I have all these maps still somewhere. You get the next map, and then you go and complete that one. And at the end of it, if you complete all 5 of them, then you get a fast pass that you can use for anything.
Yeah.
So, but it was really fun. It was a nice way to just kind of take it easy for a while and just wander around, and kind of makes you see some things that you hadn't seen before.
Yeah, because there's a lot of little details all throughout Adventureland that you wouldn't look for if you weren't playing this.
Yep. after that is the restaurants. So Sunshine Tree Terrace, which is a snack thing.
That's where we got my Red's Revenge.
Yep, I don't remember which one I got. I got the orange one. I don't remember what it was. But yeah. And then Jungle Navigation Company, LTD, Skipper Canteen. Oh yeah, Skipper Canteen.
And that's one that I wanted to do, but then I think we backed out because it was mostly seafood.
Yes, and you do not do seafood.
I don't do seafood. I'm sure they have something that's not seafood, but I think that was most of what was on the menu, and so I backed out because...
And so we just didn't want to, because we were hungry like right then, and she didn't want to have to try to sit in there and figure out what she wanted.
Right.
And so we just went somewhere else. Then Aloha Isle after that. Oh, that's the one that's right by Magic Carpets.
Yes.
Yep, so that's just like a Dole Whip stand, essentially.
Which we've never been to. For as big of Disney fans as we are, and everybody talks about Dole Whip, we've never actually had Dole Whip at
Aloha Isle.
At Disney. We've had Dole Whip at our zoo.
We've had Dole Whip at the zoo. Well, we have had Dole Whip there. It just wasn't like straight Dole Whip. It was always like, because the Reds was Dole Whip. Your Red's Revenge drink. It was Dole Whip in there.
Well, yeah, but we've not.
But we haven't actually had
Dole Whip.
just. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We haven't had a straight Dole Whip.
That's what I'm saying, is we've not had a Dole Whip. Although I really want to get the Dole Whip with the rum.
Oh yeah.
And then when I finish, I can be like, "Why is all the rum gone?"
And then after that is Tortuga Tavern, which is another one that I've been meaning to try.
Yeah, that's right across from Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a quick service.
Yep, and it's supposed to be pretty good though.
Yeah, so I'd be up for it.
Yeah, I like that. But yeah, that looks like that completes our run through of tour of Magic Kingdom.
This makes me sad. I really want to cry. I miss Disney World.
I know. Yeah, so that concludes our tour of the parks videos. So we've gone through all 4 parks. Kind of gone through some of the stuff that we like, some of the stuff that we've done, or would like to do. There's not a whole lot in Magic Kingdom that we haven't done.
I was going to say, we've done quite a bit.
Most of it. So it was just the other parks that we had some stuff that we hadn't done yet. The only one that's in Magic Kingdom that we haven't done yet isn't there yet, which is Tron.
And Barnstormer. We've not done Barnstormer.
Oh yeah, man, we have not done Barnstormer. But
there's a handful of things we haven't done. But nothing out of the realm of possibility, except for Tron.
Yeah, exactly, because it's not open yet. But, so yeah, thanks for joining us on this kind of our tour through the parks here. And next week, we'll be getting into something else. I don't know what we'll get into. After that, we'll just have to start something else. Remember to give us a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't. And as always, don't forget to thank the Phoenicians.